Hi guys, my name is Lo. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. On my channel we discuss all things luxury and contemporary handbags, and today I am filming a what's in my bag with my new Tory Burch Radziwill bag. This video was requested by Cecily Jones 1913 on Instagram, and I also figured it would be fun because I never really do what's in my bag videos. It's been a while since I did one, I think, so this is perhaps long overdue. Although I do like what is in my bag videos, I feel like what is in my bag is never all that interesting, at least not in the sense that it changes much over time. I know that in these trend-driven influencer days, what's in my bag videos are also a means for influencers to basically push products, and that is really by no means what I would want to do. But still, some people might be interested to see what is in my bag, and today I'm going to spill it all out for you. So this is what I would carry to work. It's not everything I would carry to work, because I also would carry a laptop bag with just my laptop, a pouch with some electronics and other stuff I might need around work, a water bottle, and my laptop charger, not the very interesting stuff. So this bag, I actually have only worn it once, because it is pretty new to my collection. I do think it is really beautiful, especially in this sort of sage green kind of color. And I'm happy to have added it, especially because I also got it for a really good price. I think this is sort of the in-between size. So this bag does come one size up, but it definitely also comes one size down, or even several sizes down. I don't know all of the ins and outs about this bag, which is, well, probably why I'm filming a what's in my bag, and I'm not going to talk all that much about the bag itself, but it does have a pretty open compartment, or two compartments actually. So there's one over here, and then you have the middle divider. This is actually a loose middle divider within the bag, so theoretically your stuff could go underneath of the divider. I know some people find that really annoying. Me, myself, with the stuff that I'm carrying, I don't mind it all that much. Most items are too big, and the bag is generally too full to have things sliding from one compartment to the other. And because the bag is pretty open in itself as well, it is not all that difficult to see what you have in your bag. Although I did notice, because the two compartments do make it fairly narrow and the bag is quite tall, so you are able to start stacking things up on top of one of another, which would of course limit your ability to see what is in your bag. So if you're loading up this bag, I would personally just make sure that everything is stacked in lengthwise, so you get the best overview of what you're holding in your bag. Well, I suppose we just get started with this. So first off, I have my own phone. This is the Samsung Galaxy C Flip. It's not a phone for everyone. Generally, I also don't really recommend getting one, but I really love it because this is actually a phone that not only fits in my pocket, it also fits in pretty much all of my bags, like literally all of my bags, with the exception of the Jacquemus Le Chiquito bag. And I do have a couple of bags that will not fit a regular phone. So speaking of regular phones, as I said, this is my work bag, so I'm also carrying my work phone. This is like a massive Samsung Galaxy A, like 54 or something like that. I don't know exactly what it is. I really have it just for work, and I got it because this was the option for which I didn't have to pay anything extra. So it's fine, it's functional. I think once 2 years have passed and I would be allowed to get a new phone, I think I'm just going to get a Samsung Galaxy C Flip as well, and then I'm just going to have my private and my work phone in one device. But right now I still have them separate, so I will always be carrying both of these when I go to work. Then probably the biggest item that I have in my bag is this pouch from Dress Up Your Purse. Dress Up Your Purse is not something that is really easy to come by where I live. I mean, I could order it, but with shipping and duties and everything, it would be kind of expensive. So I actually stumbled upon this on Vinted, which is a secondhand website, together with another pouch, which I will show you in a minute. And this basically just holds mainly lip products. I will go through the contents in a moment, but it's this really nice Togo leather. It was pretty much in new condition, if not in new condition, so I was really happy to be able to snatch this up for the price at which I did, and it is a very nice item to have. So what we have in here is a MAC lip balm. I can never really recall the name of these things. Oh, heat sensor, squirt, plumping, gloss stick, something, something. We're going to see quite a bit of lip products because I do always carry a lot, but I can never really recall the names of these things. But this is actually one that I really do like. For me, it serves the perfect amount of plumping without actually hurting my lips. And I also have some products which I do find quite painful to my lips if I use them. So I don't really use them all that much. This, for example, is the Too Faced lip injection. Nice color, but this is pretty hurtful to my lips. Even worse is this NYX Duck Plump. Also a cool color, but I don't use it all that often. Then I just have a cheap transparent lip oil in watermelon scent. She really cleaned this up. NYX Fat Lip Drip Oil. These I really love. I have like a lot of these in different colors. They don't have a plumbing effect, but they do really feel nice on the lips. This is not a makeup channel, but sometimes I wonder if I should do a little review of my favorites and not so favorites. So let me know if you would be interested in that. We have a bag hook that I will always carry with me, an elastic band, a wet wipe from a fast food restaurant, and a toothpick. Apparently we're gonna have one more smaller pouch to go through, but nothing as large to unpack like this. So this is the other envelope pouch that I have from Dress Up Your Purse. This is in a bit of a different leather. I don't exactly know what it is. This holds my car key. Right now I'm driving a Mazda 2, and this is a temporary car because I drive a company car, and I actually ordered my own sort of company car, like the one that's going to be dedicated to me, and I'm basically waiting for that to arrive. And in the meanwhile, I'm driving this Mazda, and actually it is a really nice car. So it is a bit smaller than what I would want to have in the end. It has decent power, it has a lot of features, so I'm really happy that I can drive that in the meanwhile. Then we have my card holder. I don't really carry a wallet usually. Also, I don't really have a lot of cards, so I'm usually perfectly fine with any card holder because the only thing I have is my card to pay for petrol for my company car. Then there's my credit card, which I always have as a backup, my driver's license, and then we have a bit of cash in case of emergencies. I don't carry my debit cards with me anymore most of the time because I have all of my debit cards on Google Pay on my phone, and that is the same for all of the loyalty cards that I might want to use. But I know there's also still plenty of people who like to carry a bigger wallet and just to have all of their cards on them at all times. But for me, it doesn't really feel all that much like a necessity. Moving on. Yeah, my sort of food pile of shame. I always carry like a couple of sort of candy or protein bars with me. I generally don't really eat them, which is why some of these have also become kind of squished by now. So I have this chocolate chewy oats bar. I think this is just sort of a protein chocolate bar. I don't really remember which brand it is. And then there's this coconut and chocolate bar. I do have like a terrible hangry. I get really upset, so I need to eat, and it has happened to me that I got stuck in a traffic jam and that I actually ate 2 out of the 3 candy bars, which is why I'm kind of happy to always just have 3 on my person in case of an hunger emergency. Then we have another lip balm. This is, well, from just a really cheap brand. We have a store over here called The Action. It's kind of like a dollar store, I suppose. As I'm really a big fan of lip products, quite often I will also get lip products from them. And this is sort of a lip care serum with cherry scent. And I actually really have been liking this. Then we have my sort of pile of tags and stuff for work. So I have 2 offices that I go to. So I have 2 tags to get in either of those offices. I always have this thing hanging around my neck. It's basically just a cheap Xiaomi digital or smartwatch. It will remind me if it's time to go to a new meeting, or if my phone is ringing. Then I have this little elephant charm for luck that I got from my friend. I thought it was just really cute, so I don't know, I just always have it on here. And then again, there's another lip product. This, well, I think this is actually for kids, but I find it so hard to find lip products that I can actually hang off a lanyard, that when I saw this, I basically just grabbed it. So it's already half empty, but if I'm running around the office and I want to put something on my lips, then at least I have something to do that with. If you have any suggestions for something a bit more mature I could actually put on my lanyard, let me know. That brings me to the final bit of what is in my bag. This little pouch. It's a super cheap pouch that I just got off AliExpress. It's been holding up surprisingly well given what it's cost and the sort of abuse that I've put it through. So here we have another MAC plumping lip oil thingy, or again, I forgot the name. Squirt plumping gloss stick. So this is in the black color, where I also have the red color. Again, I have a back hook. Then I have a box of mints that I once got at a Hyundai dealership. The mints have long been gone, but this is such a convenient box, so I'm just holding on to this. Then we have a Band-Aid, a mirror, couple of paracetamol. Sometimes I get like these eye migraines, we call them in Dutch, and when that happens, it's nice that I can just take a couple of painkillers and usually that does the job. I do always carry 4 of those. Then we have a nail file and some nail stickers, because I usually walk around with press-on nails. I glue them down mostly with UV nail glue, so I cure them and then it's really strong. I basically also have these nail stickers that I can use in case I lose a nail and I want to stick it back. And then finally, what I carry with me is a rupee from India. And yeah, kind of like the elephant, I carry that for luck. So I carried it for a long time. I think it was usually in my car, and then I took it out of my car and I just stored it somewhere. I got another car, and then at some point I actually had an accident. Fortunately, nothing too serious, but still, it's by no means fun to have an accident with your car. And I wouldn't say I'm really superstitious, but it's one of those cases where I feel like it cannot do any harm, I suppose. So I'm just going to manifest that this is going to be my lucky coin, like my elephant over here is my lucky elephant, and then hopefully I'm at least in a mind space where I feel like good things are going to happen to me. So guys, that is everything that is in my bag, or that's usually in my bag, at least when I'm going to work. Overall, it has been pretty well selected. There's a reason for nearly everything to be there, and it always makes me feel like I've hit a rather good balance of being well prepared without carrying too much stuff. I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video interesting or entertaining, please give it a like. Please give me a subscribe while you're at it. That's always much appreciated. I will see you in the next one. And as we say in Dutch, doei!